Introducing installing the customer display screen with the iPad. First, we want to make sure we have what we need. Here we have the frame for the CDS iPad. We also have the two brackets that the iPad is going to sit in. We have the iPad mini. We have the iPad in an enclosure with a stability base. And then we have a handful of screws and caps. Now, first what we're going to do is, I've already kind of got a head start on this, but we need to put a screw in each one of these holes going upwards. Once we've done that, we can put a cap onto these screws right here, and then we can attach the brackets. First, we start with the bracket on the top. And we want to make sure this part is facing upwards so the iPad can slide into it. So I'm going to slide this underneath the cap and then over here. Then I'm going to take another cap and put it on the left screw here. Now I'm going to take my iPad mini. I'm going to slide it into this bracket. Next, I'm going to take my bottom bracket, and I want this part to be down here because it's going to hold the bottom of the iPad. So I take this, the right side, I slide it underneath this cap, lay it down here, and I put my last cap on the bottom left screw. Now that is step one in assembling the CDS. All right, now welcome to step two of installing the customer display screen. Now this example today, I'm taking an iPad mini as my customer display screen and attaching it to a 12.9-inch device. Now you can also do an iPad mini with a 10.2. You can also do a 10.2 with a 12.9. Depending on the sizes you pick determines the screws that you use. So in today's example, we're going to be using our smaller screws to attach to the back of this. First, I'm going to take my iPad mini enclosure and I'm going to lay it down so that these holes here match this hole and this hole. All right, now with those holes matched up, because I am using the 12.9-inch and the iPad mini, I'm going to use my two smaller screws, one on each side. Now we'll return to part 3 when I show you how to pair the customer display screen with the iPad. Now the next thing that we're going to do is pair the point of sale with the customer display screen. In order to do that, we're going to go to the device that's going to be our customer display screen and download an app called CDS. And you can see that app right here. Once you download it, go ahead and open it up and it should look just like this. Now let's hop back over to our point of sale. Now from the point of sale, let's go ahead and log in. And then click on the 3 lines on the top left. And then go to the section here that says hardware. Now from hardware, we're going to go to CDS right here. Now here you can see this is our CDS calibration screen. First, I need to start the server. So to do that, I'll tap on this toggle here. And then next, I need to get this IP address information. But I only really specifically need to worry about the last set of numbers here. So that is 150. I'm going to plug that information into the customer display screen. Here you can see I'm back to my customer display screen. And now in that number field there, I need to type in .150. Now your number is likely going to be different. You just have to use the number that's generated on your point of sale. Once you've done that, you can tap the arrow to connect. And now I'm connected. So now if I go back out to an order screen and begin to ring in items, here you can see the items are populating on the customer display screen. And that's how you set up, install, and connect the customer display screen with the point of sale.